Jesus to the town of Ellsbury, on the streets, in the marketplace and in people's workplaces. As the town chaplaincy has been going for 10 plus years, and over those years 70 to 80 folk have volunteered in one capacity or another from around 20 different churches. So there's, over the 10 years people have come and gone and moved away. That has been one of the joys of this ministry, that we've discovered that as Christians from different traditions we have realised we have more in common than not. Okay, so we have the chaplains, the street angels and the hops team making up the chaplaincy. So the chaplains are ostensibly guests in someone else's space or premises, building relationship and trust, knowing, being known, pastoring, caring, praying and making Jesus known. Then we have the street angels, who we often refer to as being like lifeguards, looking out for the welfare of the weekend nighttime revellers, working in partnership with others who are working for good, changing the atmosphere. The street angels are much loved and appreciated by the public, the premises and the police. Too many stories to tell over the 10 years, but I'll just tell you one example. So we were walking down the high street one day and there was a couple of girls. One was on top of the other, they were laughing hysterically, couldn't actually, bit drunk, couldn't get off the other one. So we helped them up, and the young lady that was on top of the other girl pulled the street angel ladies aside and said, "I've been doing too much of this lately, coming out and getting drunk. Can you pray with me that I stop doing this?" And we said, "Sure." Just, like I say, one of many examples. Okay, then the HOTS team, faithfully setting up once a month on the high street, offering prayer for healing and anything else that people may request. Faithfully led by Sue for years with a small team, and of late a large team. There was a dozen Healing on the Streets team out this Saturday. The reports speak of amazing healing and folk coming to faith and being touched by the presence of God as they receive prayer. A very public ministry in the heart of the town, welcomed and promoted by the town centre manager. And 1 Corinthians 2:4, Paul says, "My message and preaching are not with wise and persuasive words, but with demonstrations of the Holy Spirit's power." And that's happening on the streets, in the high street. Just this last time they were out, they prayed for a young man with a broken elbow, and his bones moved and he was healed, pain gone. He was crying, the team were crying, because of God's power at work. Okay, so 10 plus years of encounters with individuals prepared to share what we know of Jesus. The Gospel's full of stories of folks' encounters with Jesus. We're just seeking to carry that on. We've all had those moments where we meet someone for the first time, and with the help of the Holy Spirit, we attempt to discern where that person is with regard to their perception of Jesus and join in with that conversation. So I just want to thank each of you for responding to God's call to join him out on the streets where he's always been among the people he loves. From Ellie and myself, thank you.
Thank you. Mark.
The chairman would like to say a word. I'd just like to say, personally, a big thank you, or not just personally, but on behalf of everybody else, to Mark and Viv for opening their house up today and putting this on, and for Nigel and Ellie and Alison for doing a lot of the preparation, doing the shopping. Mark's been working away on the barbecue, which is coming very, very quickly, don't worry. So a big thank you to them. I'd just also like to say, it's just does my heart good to see the three elements of the chaplaincy all meeting together like this. So thank you all for coming. Make the most of the opportunity to speak to somebody you haven't spoken to before, get to know them, and it all adds to the cohesion of it. And one last thing, it's not been an easy year for Mark with his illness, and Ellie's been, how long have you been in the job now?
14 months, 15 months.
Yeah. Feels like 14 years.
Yes, it really does.
I was going to say, it feels
Working
like
with Mark will do that to you.
in all of that time, Ellie's been a great support as well, learning the job and then working alongside Mark with his health issues. It's really good to see you looking so well.
Thank you.
So again, big thank you to both of you for keeping the ship on the road, and here's to another 10 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, amen.